Okay, we're back. Dillon and Andy playing hype.
Yay!
Yay!
It's still going.
Still going. Did you miss puzzles where we jump on pipes, or did you miss the pipes in general?
Oh, so much so. So much. So. Here we are again. Me not really knowing what's going on in this game, even though it's for children.
So now that we're sitting here and we're playing Hype the Time Quest again, what non-hype games have you been playing recently?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, we like to ask the hard-hitting questions here.
Yeah, you're a difficult interviewer.
I'm basically I was gonna say Robert Frost, but it's not.
No.
What was the name of the first guy from the Frost Nixon thing?
Oh,
Timothy.
Timothy.
Let's
Frost.
go with Timothy. Timothy Frost. Oh, I'm a real Tim Frost here.
a regular Tim Frost.
Regular Tim Frost. But yeah, no, what have you been playing recently? That's not this, obviously.
I mean, literally everything that I've played that wasn't this. But unfortunately, thinking of what those things are is pretty difficult.
I'm not asking you to name drop here or
yeah,
to show off.
I'm just trying to think. I really haven't been playing much recently. I've been pressed for time. As I was saying, I had played a little bit of Guild Wars 2 recently, which is a much better RPG than this. Mm-hmm. I was playing The Crew. Not The Crew, The Crew. If I speak correctly, I can say things right.
Gru is the name of something, isn't it?
Isn't it the name of the villain from that cartoon movie by Pixar? With Steve Carell.
Yes.
And his name was Gru.
Yes, okay, good. Sorted that out. You haven't been playing the Despicable Me games?
No, I have not been playing Despicable Me games. No, I've mostly been just getting emotionally invested in games that are going to come out soon, but not actually playing anything. So that's how I spend my gaming time right now, is just hoping that something's going to come out that's good, because everything that's out right now is garbage.
So all of your gaming time now is spent getting your hopes up.
Yeah, it's basically what it's like to be an adult, if anyone's curious. And that translates to outside of games as well. Everything for the rest of your life is just getting your hopes up about the future, and then of course inevitably being let down.
Oh man, I tell you, I had my hopes up for buying a house, and then I did.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something about buying a house. Don't.
Yeah, I know.
Step one.
Step one.
Just stop thinking about it. People joke like, "Oh, the middle class is dying. You'll run it forever." They're better off.
They're killing themselves by buying houses.
Well, because I realized last night, I was setting up the dishwasher, I was going to run it, and I was thinking about myself, do I want to let the dishwasher run overnight?
Yep.
Do I feel comfortable with that? And a year ago, I felt fine with it because floods just floods people downstairs. What the fuck cares? It's not my dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly.
But
now it is.
Now I'm like, oh man, well, okay, that's right above. Oh, that's where above all my books are downstairs. Oh god, this is already a problem.
As a non-homeowner, let me tell you my number one thing I hate about homeowners. Talking about homeowning becomes the rest of their life. It's like you can't have a conversation with them that isn't about either the maintenance of or costs associated with owning a home.
I feel like you're trying to send me a message right now.
Why won't you shut up about your stupid house? No, but it's everyone, and I understand it because it's a huge aspect of your life. But it's like they almost become a different type of people. Like, oh, I don't want to associate with them. They're homeowners. They're homeowners. You got to avoid them.
You're not supposed to other people like that.
Yeah, it's like now it's September, so all I hear about is the cost of oil. Oh, it's constant. Or preparations for cutting wood. Where do you store it in a dry place? Do you circulate it enough? Worrying about termite issues.
It sounds like you are friends with a lot of mountain folk.
You know what my problem is? I'm friends with a lot of people who are 5 years older than me. And you wouldn't think it'd be... I always thought it was like, who cares? I mean, age is nothing. It's experiences are everything.
Age is nothing.
Age is nothing. It's not even a thing
Is that what you said in court?
It is what I said in court. And frankly, they were not exactly appealed by that. So I'm still going through that trial, but we can't really talk too much about that because of ongoing details. But so the problem with it is that that's all they talk about, and I have nothing to contribute. They're like, oh yeah, so I had to do this maintenance, and I had to do some electrical work. I'm like, yeah, so I don't do any of that. So do you want to talk about candy that we had this week?
No, to be fair, you and I do talk a lot about candy.
That's because it's so good, and it's not as expensive as a house.
It's not. I mean,
you don't have to heat it. You don't have to circulate it.
Well, I mean, I have heated up candy. Erin was talking about how she puts Charleston 2s in the microwave, which I still think is a bit madness.
It is madness. It is madness. Unless you... Without the microwave, what if you heated a Charleston Chew over a fire and then made a s'mores out of it?
Just a nice open roasted Charleston Chew.
Open roasted Charleston Chew on a fire, make a s'more out of it.
I'm honestly, weirded out by the idea of hot nougat.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it?
It sounds like it might be a good band name.
Yup.
But it's not a thing that I want in my mouth. I feel like it's gonna be like one of those things that would get very hot, and the heat would not dissipate off of it fast enough.
Not only hot, but because it's so sticky, you couldn't. It'd be burning the inside of your mouth, and it'd be like eating napalm, essentially. Agent Orange.
Well, I mean, wasn't Agent Orange a gas?
No, I thought it was like a gelatin, like
a jelly.
Yeah, but a gas would make sense. It was used to destroy trees, right? Can you destroy trees with gas?
I don't know anything. The thing is, we were supposed to report on this for Jacobson.
Yep. Well, we sort of did.
We researched it, and I think you brought in a copy of Hamburger Hill.
Yeah.
On DVD.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
It was a really good movie.
He was not very receptive to that, though. Anyway.
But yeah, so hot Charleston shoes, don't get it.
Yeah, don't get those. I don't know. The whole house thing, totally understand why people want to talk about it, but I have absolutely nothing to contribute to that arena.
No.
Other than, oh, really? That doesn't sound great. Oh, really? That doesn't sound great.
You should
oh, really?
Like
that doesn't sound great.
And just record that and play it back.
And just stare at them severely. Like, oh, I'm so done with this conversation about your house.
But the air conditioning's nice, though, isn't it?
The air conditioning is nice.
There's
no doubt about it.
It's a step up.
Yeah, it's a huge step up.
Everything else is basically a step down.
Mainly the cost.
Mainly the cost.
But, no, so I haven't been playing many games, to your original question, that aren't hype. It was mainly a little bit of Guild Wars 2 while I was just kind of faffing about, and I did try that Escapists game, The Escapist, that's on Steam Early Access.
But not The Escapist.
Not The Escapist, not the website.
But there's also a game on Steam Early Access called The Escapist.
Really?
Yes, I saw it
What
today.
is that about?
It's also about escaping, I think.
From a prison. I'm totally on board with it also being about escaping. That seems very fair to me. But with a game being called The Escapist and The Escapeist, both being about escaping, fair.
Okay.
Are they both about escaping from a prison?
I didn't really look all that much into it. Although I think that it did... I did find it interesting because it said that it was released May 27th. But no year. Just a date.
Weird.
But I could be confusing with something else I was looking at. Either way, you played more of The Escapists.
I played that. That wasn't very good, so I gave up on that pretty quick.
That's an early access, right?
That's... Like most early access games, it's not worth putting any money into because you don't make money on investing in games.
Is it very much like it has that feeling of like, this has some interesting ideas that could be good.
Yep.
50 to 70% further on down
and not
the
even
line.
just 50 to 70% further down the line, but like, you're basically gambling at that point. It's like, this could be good if all the ideas and implementations from now on are very good.
Well, and that's the problem I really have with it. It's like buying tickets to a movie after reading half the script.
Yep.
It's like I can see how I could get myself excited.
Yep. About the idea of it.
But then it's like, oh wait, I don't know who any of the people who are playing any of these characters are, who the actor is, what the visual aesthetics of this is.
Yeah. So it just doesn't end up being worth it. So I've tried to avoid those. Planetary Annihilation just got a full release.
That's right. I still haven't played it.
You'd probably find skipping it. And you own it.
Yes.
But you'd probably find skipping it because it sounds like a lot of people are disappointed. They thought there'd be more in the 1.0 release than there was.
Well, I feel like that's one of the problems that Early Access is having, is that like they're just deciding arbitrary 1.0 release points.
Yep.
Like I read the same thing with Hack and Slash, like that there's still more content to come.
Yeah, I haven't bought that yet. I'm still on the fence about Hack and Slash. I like the idea, but I feel like it would get stale very quickly.
Well, I also wonder, like, there's a part of me that almost feels cynically like, did you just not make a game?
I mean, having watched the thing, it seems like they kind of have, but that's almost the problem. Because it's like the thing they're trying to sell you on is, oh, you hit any object with your sword, you can change the properties, the code properties of the object. And that's cool as an idea, but because you're the one who wrote what I can alter, you've just changed the way you're limiting me. You are still limiting me. It's not like I can change whatever I want at any time.
Right. Because I can't do anything I want with it. It's just you're giving me access to some of the variables and properties associated with each thing.
I do think it's clever that they added in this mechanic where you can change things in a way that breaks the game and then rewind it. But
yes.
Whether or not that actually works out as being a fun mechanic, I don't know.
Well, and it's the kind of thing that, like, again, it feels like all they did was just take the same puzzle and move it a step back.
Yep.
Rather than giving me, rather than it being like, okay, go find this item that makes the dragon not attack you, it's go attack him, then change his faction from evil to good.
And also, based on the video I saw, it's like, okay, just attack something once and change its damage to 0. Done.
And that's like, it changes his drops to 1,000 hearts.
Yep.
Like, so where is the challenge there?
Beats me, man. All right, so now that we're at the Black Tower, I guess we're good for this week. We've talked a lot about hype, maybe too much in most people's mind, but, you know, we try to be thorough when we talk about hype, because it's a very complex and deep game.
I bet you this is supposed to be very exciting.
It could have been. It could easily have been, if it wasn't so early access.
Thanks for making it to the end of our video and seeing this little end bit that we've put together. If you like what you saw and want to see more stuff like this, subscribe and like our videos and put a bunch of comments telling us what you liked about it and what kind of other stuff you'd want to see. And if you didn't like it, tell us why and subscribe anyways so that you can see if we do better next time. Thanks, bye!